How's it going, guys? And welcome to BL3's Forgotten, the series where I take a look at underused and not often talked about pieces of gear to determine whether or not they deserve to be remembered within the modern meta of the game or should be left behind and forgotten. Today, we are taking a look at the Lyuda. If you would like to get a Lyuda for yourself, you're going to want to go to the Cistern of Slaughter on Promethea and fight it all the way to round 5, wave 5 to fight Tremendous Rex. This farm is quite a pain, but you can actually just kill Tremendous Rex and then down yourself either by jumping off or just getting hit. And when you respawn, round 5 will start over, but it's better than having to farm through every single round again. The Lyuda is a legendary Vladof sniper rifle. It has a very large mag size and a pretty fast fire rate. And when fired, the initial projectile will have 2 additional pellets that diverge off of the initial shot at a specific point along its travel. The Lyuda also gets increased fire rate the longer that you fire it for. The Lyuda can roll as a ×1 or ×2 using 1 ammo or 2 ammo per shot respectively. The Lyuda has had quite the patch history, so we'll try to get through this quickly. Initially it was nerfed, having its crit damage bonus decreased by 30% and also fixing a bug that was spawning an extra projectile on the center. It then had a 50% weapon damage buff and a drastic buff to the reload time. After that, it had a 150% magazine size buff, and finally it was hit by the overall sniper buff of 20% damage. So starting off, the ×2 is not worth it. It chews through ammo way too quick for not a huge damage increase. I think the only character that is actually sometimes maybe worth switching to is Moze. The ×1, when I was trying to use it in Guardian Takedown, kind of struggled a little bit, and then I swapped to the ×2 and I was completely fucking shredding things. Unfortunately though, enemies were not the only thing that I was shredding with the ×2, as my ammo was gone almost instantly. So while this can kill on True Guardian Takedown, I wouldn't recommend it for that. Everything else though, this is incredible. It has really good synergy with all of the Vault Hunters. The only thing to keep in mind is with Amara, using heavy rain, since that gives you extra projectile speed, it does make your split happen way further in the trajectory of your bullet, which does mean that if you want to hit those 3 pellets, you kind of have to stand even further back than most of the other Vault Hunters. This done is really good on Zane and Flak, as they can really boost it up with Two Fang and Plain Dirty. Getting another projectile shooting out for free means that you're actually getting another 3 projectiles shooting out for free. So if you're landing 6 of these incredibly high damage projectiles right onto a crit on Zane or Flak, it gets pretty nuts. Of course, this done is also really good on Moze, as she can sustain fire it for an incredibly long time. I do believe if you get proper mag size rolls on your gear, you can actually fire the ×1 variant forever, and this thing just absolutely shreds on Moze. 1 bullet for 3 potential procs of short fuse is absolutely insane, along with being able to fire this forever with that incredibly high damage. This thing is just so good. Every single Vault Hunter can mob with it incredibly well. They can boss with it incredibly well. It just does everything. It does it all. Now, of course, not every Vault Hunter is able to fire it forever and regenerate that ammo, and it does shred through ammo very fast. But the insane damage output of this and just DPS is enough for a lot of bosses, and it's enough for me to say that just throwing on a Cup First Launchpad is worth it to make this work. It's that tier of damage. It is absolutely worth having that extra piece of gear to use. This is heavily slept on for bossing, especially on bosses that have these large crit spots where you can land all these projectiles very easily onto. And while definitely weaker due to the ammo consumption for mobbing on most of the Vault Hunters, it is still slept on for mobbing as well. This done is incredibly good. By far and away enough to be considered top tier, as long as you get through the pain in the ass farm. But it can world drop, so that's a plus. But that's gonna about do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that, and I'll see you in the next one.